Okay, this is a quick indoor explanation here in my equipment shed of this Wishbone figure 4 trap. And I think that this trap is a very good trap to understand because it's simple to make. It's very effective as far as micro trapping, which we're talking about smaller animals. This rock weighs probably 10 or 11 pounds. So you're talking chipmunks, rats, mice. It's very, very sensitive. I've got a fairly heavy stick here, but it doesn't take much of a tap for that thing to go off. And you can see that all of the trap components are outside the trap. There's a couple things that are special about that because we actually had our support stick under the trap. But the way this is constructed, it forces everything out from underneath the trap by using and taking advantage of levers and fulcrums. So let's look at this trigger system up close. We've got a fork and we've put a bevel on one side, a 45 on one side, and we've flattened the front face of the fork. So this is the front toward the trap, all right? And we need this flat surface here to hook our bait stick to. And we need this for a lever and fulcrum. And we have a lever that goes on top of this that we've also cut a 7-notch in just a little bit beyond or behind the front. And then we have cut 45s on both ends on the same plane of direction. And what that does is by putting that here, when this fulcrum stick comes up, it actually kicks against this angle, throwing this out from underneath the trap. So as this comes up, because your weight's coming down here, it pushes this out from under the trap. So even if you've got this under your trap for better support, you're not going to have it stuck under the trap. Having a Y here instead of one straight up stick gives you much more stability side to side as well. Our trigger stick is cut at a triangle here. It's got one 7-notch in it that's lined up here. And that triangle allows it to have very little surface area connected to the trigger well here and release very easily and get thrown clear. And again, because you have fulcrums and levers here, because this is attached here, as this kicks off, it actually throws this bait stick this direction out and away. This goes this way and throws this away, and this just flips up in the air and lands outside the trap. So let's set this up real quick and show you how this works. Okay, I'm going to try to set this trap without getting in the way too much. Remember what I said, that we could actually put this support stick and this lever and fulcrum here, or this lever stick, pretty much underneath, if we need to, this trap. You can see that this fork is underneath the trap, which is really a no-no with most trap configurations. But like I said, when this comes up, it's going to kick this completely out of here when it drops. So it's okay to put that there. So we'll set that up just like that. Then we're just going to come in with our bait stick and we're going to catch it on this back notch right here. And now we can pretty much hold things. As long as we hold that in the notch with our thumb, we can push this forward to get our bait stick locked in where we want it. And you just want it just barely in there. And you can see that our bait stick is way back in the back of the trap, which is exactly what we want. And it's fairly high. It's only probably a ½ an inch away from the top of the trap here. So your bait is going to be easy. When they go to touch it, it's not going to take anything to set that trap off. And again, everything is free of the trap except what's underneath it. Okay guys, well I appreciate you joining me today for this quick video on the Wishbone figure 4 deadfall. I adopted this trap trigger system from a Paiute system called the Wishbone deadfall from Justin Cook that he showed me, and I figured out how to set this up in a figure 4 configuration with no cordage. It's a very good trap. It's very easy to make. It's great for micro trapping applications, but it could be sized up for bigger animals as well, because it is very sensitive the way the levers and fulcrums and trigger system work. It makes it a very, very sensitive trap. So I would encourage you to practice this thing, put it in your toolbox. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back to another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.